Hello guys, I'm going to give you the best FPS and visual settings for PC players when they're playing Modern Warfare and then eventually Warzone 2. Get ready for it, guys. I'm going to do it as quick as I can, not have one of those long videos. Let's get into it. Now, first off, guys, we're going to go display mode. Now, I was always a fan of borderless. That's what I've always used, but they've really worked on using full screen exclusive. You want to use it, you get better FPS and just a better latency. Trust me, use it. Now, display monitor, obviously just select your monitor. Display adapter, obviously select the graphics card that you use. Screen refresh rate, now have that as high as you can to what your screen can do. Obviously, mine's 240, so I'll have it at 240, or well, it says 239, but it's basically 240. Aspect ratio, have that to what your screen is. Mine is 16 by 10, so I'm going to do that, but you can just have it in automatic if you really want. Dynamic resolution, trust me, you don't want that on anyway. I can't even select it anyway, so yeah, you trust me, it's better off without it. VSync, never go near VSync, always have them off. Moving on. Right, custom frame rates. This one, honestly, put it all the way to the top. You want the best FPS that you can get. You want the best frame rates, so just max that one out. The menu, literally have the menu frame rate, put it to between 100 and 120. I usually do about 120, but trust me, you'll be fine at 100. And then this is this last one, out of focus, is when you're out of the game. You don't really care what that's at. You just want it to be running low, so I just keep it around 30, trust me. Restart shaders. If you ever have any problems in the game, trust me, just try restart these and probably fix it. Display gamma, if you want a monitor, have it 2.2. If you want a TV, 2.4. And brightness. Now, some people say 50, maybe 60. I do mine at 70 because I think I'm blind as a bat, but that's what I do. Focus mode, trust me, you want that off, you just don't need it. And then most people do have high dynamic range, but you don't need that on either for HDR monitors. Just trust me, you don't need it on. Now, let's get to quality real quick. Obviously, render resolution, you want at 100. You want to make sure you're getting the exact resolution that you deserve. Now, for upscaling and sharpening, you want to do Fidelity FX CAS. Is the best one. It just gives you like the nice sharpers kind of crisp looking game, and then you want to put it around, I would say about 70, 75. That's probably the best range that you want to do. And trust me, it just makes the game look great. Now, anti-aliasing, you want to put to SMAA. It's just way better. You get less blurriness. It's a little bit sharper. You want to turn the quality down to low. It will just give you better FPS. And then you want to max this one out. But now, if you are having problems in the game, just whack it down to maybe 80. But most people just be able to do 90 and get on with it. Now, I'm going to go for these ones fast. Texture resolution, put this one on low. Do not put on very low. It just looks a bit horrible. You don't want to go any higher because you want that FPS. Now, I'm trying to say this one right. Texture filter anisotropic. You want this one high. It actually doesn't affect your FPS too much, but it just makes the game look way better. Trust me, keep it on high. Now, both these next ones, nearby level detail and distance level detail, trust me, turn down to low. It just gives you better FPS, and they're completely fine at low. Clutter draw distance, put down to short. Particles, once again, put it to high. Don't know why, but you get better FPS. Don't know what's going on Warzone, but thank you. Particle quality, turn down to low. And then bullet impact. Now, this is just personal preference. I like them on just to see if an enemy shot me, but it doesn't affect your FPS. You decide that. Tessellation, have to all if you're playing the campaign, so it looks incredible. But if you're playing Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2, just turn it off. You don't need it. Terrain memory, leave that on max. Get the best out of your PC that you can get. On-demand texture streaming, trust me, just turn this one off. Streaming quality, just turn this down to low. It gives you way better FPS. Volumetric quality, turn this all the way down. This eats your FPS, and it's just stuff like fog and clouds. You don't need the stuff you don't need if you're trying to be competitive. Deferred physics quality, and wow, the water caustics. These are things to make the water look great. Now, you don't necessarily need these. Like, if you want a better FPS, basically turn them off. But if you want the water to look great, have it on. But I'm just gonna have them off. Shadow matte resolution. Now, I recommend going very low, or if it bugs you, go up to normal. That's fine. But I'm gonna go in between and go low. Screen space shadows, trust me, turn these off. Spot shadow quality, turn this to low. Spot cache and particle lighting, put both down to low. Spot cache and particle lighting, put them both down to low for better FPS. Ambient occlusion, turn this off because it's just little shadows that you don't need. Screen space reflections, turn them off. Static reflection quality, turn that low. And weather grid volumes, turn them off as well. NVIDIA reflex, low latency. Now, simple way of doing it, if you have a good CPU and good GPU, leave it on. If you have a good GPU but not as good CPU, put it on boost. It will help a lot. All these next ones, depth of field, turn that off. Walled motion blur, definitely turn that off. Weapon blur, turn that off. And then film grain, which I never understand why they put this in it, turn that all the way down. Okay, now going over to view. Now, obviously, everyone's got the slider now. Put it to 120. Come on, what are we talking about? ADS field of view, obviously affected. You do not want independent. It just zooms in and out, affected. Weapon field of view, I actually like it wide. I like the weapon to be smaller, so I get more of a visual of the actual game. Some people might like the gun bigger. Fair play, change it, but you can put that whatever you want. Third person field of view, I probably won't be using a lot, but put it to 90 anyway. And then vehicle, I'm going to put, once again, I'm going to put it to wide so I can really get that feel of especially when you're in Warzone, seeing everyone. Now, all these ones on camera, put down to 50. Trust me, it's going to make it a lot nicer. But all these other ones, these are kind of just your personal preference, so you go crazy. So that's the best settings for your visual and your FPS in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. But, so make sure you follow or subscribe, because I have a follow-up video with an app that makes you hear footsteps a lot better, ready for Warzone 2. Trust me.